All right, so we're gonna get into pictorial drawings today. Yeah. Um, Let me see. So pictorial drawing is very important drawing because we're practically drawing in two-dimensional ways to describe a 3D, object. So you can see this is very 3D looking view, but it is drawn on a two-dimensional plane. Yep. So of course the pictorial usually help you, like visualize the overall shape of that part. And of course we can also see the feature locations. And of course how parts, sit or assembled. We can be able to see these things very clearly if we use a pictorial drawing like this. Yeah. Of course, the placement really matters. So if you put it like right, like tilted and put it on horizontal, like 180 degree, then you're gonna look, let me get my drawing stuff. Um so let me make it a little bit small so I can draw. Of course, if you place your object, okay, like this, yeah? So this is horizontal and of course 180 degree. If you place like this, it's not, you can't be able to see, all the features, yeah, like that. So that's the reason why we like to tilt it, okay? We like to tilt the object. Okay, I'm just gonna draw a little um just gonna draw a little box like that. So we usually tilt it, like that and at an angle, okay? So not just sitting it horizontally on this horizontal line, yeah? So tilt it like an angle so we can be able to see the features clearly like that, okay? It is really important. Placement is very important in pictorial drawing. So of course we use mainly for understanding, yeah, and we don't really use pictorial that much for inspection. We just want to see what it looks like, what the object looks like, and of course want to see the features. Of course, we use pictorials all the time so we can understand the shape of your part. Yeah, of course, we can easily communicate with other people what kind of part you're drawing, what kind of part you want them to manufacture. Yeah, and of course, it's really useful during the training and also assembly. And of course, it's going to reduce, I thought it looked like this kind of mistake. You can reduce, all those kind of errors and mistakes. So on the shop floor, confusion usually costs a lot of time and money. That's why if the students say, I'm confused, you're not very good. Okay, if you're confused about even assignment, where to put, we need to figure that out. Okay, with common sense. Um, it's not a joke anymore because if you cannot figure out in a very diverse world which person what a person is talking, or even cannot be able to understand what it is on the writings, or you can interpret that or make sense out of it, that means you're really weak in reasoning. Yeah, it's just like you're disclosing yourself how weak you are in reasoning. A person who is good at reasoning, who is good with common sense, and who is good with, engaging with anyone can be able to understand. Doesn't matter who is saying with what kind of language, even, by the way, they can make sense out of it. And your goal is to be that kind of person. I don't want you to be somebody who is easily confused. Because if you're easily confused, you have no future at work. Because at work, people, make it very confusing for you and they expect you to go through that. Okay. They make it very confusing and never say black and white is called politics. Politics at work. And you're gonna see that almost every day. And you have to make sense out of it by reasoning, analyzing, by seeing consistency, and patterns. So anyway, the point is, let's get back to the pictorial. Pictorial, we use it in order for us to be able to, be able to clearly see the part, and of course to communicate, with other people at work. Okay. All right. When I say at work, I meant for manufacturing, okay, industry. Okay, now let's get to the common types of pictorial drawings. We have isometric, which is the middle one right here. And then, of course, we have oblique, which is this guy. And then perspective, it's this guy. So when you pay attention, the placement, is different. See like how they're tilted very differently. It's because of the angle, Uh, because of the angle that they're taking against the horizontal. So like I already show you here, of course, the angle that you're taking, on the horizontal alignment, either this way or tilted a little bit that way, okay? Or is it going to be, okay, another one, I'm going to move it here so you can see it. Is it going to be something like that? Yeah, very, very oblique, okay? So the placement matters for I'm going to pull it here. So the placement matter for the pictorial. So the common types of pictorial depends on how you place it, how you place the object against the horizontal alignment. So the isometric, oblique, and of course perspective. Isometric is the most common 3D drawing style that we do. Of course, oblique is like a friend's face is shown as a true shape, just like that. Of course, the next one is a perspective, is kind of like a realistic way of drawing and rarely used in manufacturing. And we use this all the time. Okay. Then isometric drawing. So let's take a look at it. Let me move this thing to that side. Isometric drawings shows three faces at once. So you can see this, and that. So that's your front, of course, top. And then, of course, your right side. You can see all three things at one time. So in one single view. So your edges are drawn at equal angles. Their dimensions are not true length, okay? So most common pictorial used in the industry, again, is isometric drawings. Dimensions are definitely not true length. In order for us to get the true length, we sometimes have to use auxiliary view to reveal that. Okay, some of the surfaces, of course, your inclined, oblique, stuff like that. We already studied that in chapter, of course, 2. So oblique drawings in chapter 2 of 201, I mean. This is 101. So oblique drawings, okay, looks like this. Your front face is drawn for the true shape. Yeah. And then, of course, your depth is going to recede at an angle. Yeah. These are not just oblique drawing. Okay, this one is definitely a different way of drawing. But the only thing that you have to remember is your front face, of your oblique drawings is always the true size. And then your depth is going to recede, all right? Recede at an angle. And then, of course, it's really useful when the front face is important. Yeah. Pictorial versus orthographic is really simple rule. When you look at it, we can see the author views right there. So orthographic, we built and of course we measure. Pictorial, we understand the shape of it. So we can be able to see the entire object shape, And these are just author views. Then we can be able to see only one single surface, front top and the right side, of course. So good drawings often include both of them, So therefore our standard, we have 3 standard views and then the pictorial, yeah. And I usually do it 45 degrees angle, yeah, where the pictorial stands. So it's good to perfect in your looking. Yeah, when you look at it, is it perfect your drawing is. If you put like whatever, it looks very chaotic. So technician takeaway, your pictorial drawings help you visualize the parts. Yeah, we can see the object, of course. Isometric placement is the most common type for pictorial drawings. Your pictorials are not for inspection, okay, just to look at the shape. And then, of course, the orthographic views are still very primary, yeah, because we always use with the pictorial drawing. AutoCAD labs for chapter 3, yeah, is your lab 5 and 6. And of course, make sure you focus on the creating geometry, accuracy, precision. Of course, drawing, like a technician, meaning just pay attention, yeah, when you draw and follow every step and try to remember all the commands that you need, yeah, to use. Of course, left 5 heads up. You're going to create the basic 2D objects. And of course, we're going to use the line, polyline, circle, arc, rectangle, all right? The common commands are included in this lab. I'm just giving you a heads up of what we're going to do. Of course, precision and accuracy matters. So your key tools are your object snap or snap. Auto mode is important in AutoCAD. Your puller tracking very important, and your exact distances and angles. Yeah. All right, precision. If you think about the precision, it really matters because parts must measure correctly. And of course, your geometry must be repeatable. Your drawings must be inspectable. And then, of course, you have to prevent, yeah, costly shop errors are very, very important because we don't want these costly, yeah, errors at the manufacturing settings, yeah, or any kind of settings. And then, of course, a chapter 3 example is your isometric view of a block with a hole. So you have a hand sketch first, and then you're going to focus on the shape, not the precision, not the perfection. Of course, you're going to use for visualization only. Okay. AutoCAD isometric drawing steps. You're going to turn on the polar tracking or isometric snap. Of course, you're going to draw the block, yeah, edges and top face details. And you're going to place the whole center using the O snap. We will come all of this in our lab. Of course, you're going to draw the isometric eclipse, yeah? So that's the iso cycle. I'll show you one by one in tutorial videos. Why this matters, yeah, why technicians visualize parts in 3D is because they understand the drawing faster and then catch the errors earlier, and then you're gonna reduce assembly confusion, yeah. So you will communicate better with these pictorial drawings, of course. So that's the real goal for technical graphics. Your homework, make sure you complete the assigned textbook exercises from chapter 3 and make sure you complete the AutoCAD labs 5 and 6. And then you're going to submit the required files, yeah, per, of course, a course instruction. And here is your source identified. So it's pretty easy for the pictorial chapter. And of course, for mechanical engineering, technology, you don't really have to emphasize on the engineering principles, not anymore. It's just like if you can be able to draw and be able to use the AutoCAD, yeah, that's okay. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and stop here for you.